Good evening, everyone. How's things? Welcome to Ireland Live for Thursday, the 6th of February, 2025. I'm on my own here for a while now this evening because Anthony is doing something and I text Orla there and the whole lot. But like, there's been lots of stuff going on. There's been protests in Kells, Dundalk. I'm going to talk about Moy Valley as well, and I need to talk about Justice Nolan again. Like, I've done a little video there myself today about him, and I put up the petition. Like, this man needs to be taken out. This man, I don't mean taken out, like taken out, but he needs to be taken out of the courts. You know what I mean? He's just ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just go straight into it here and just let's go with this here, and I'm just gonna share this now. This was from today. Okay, a young man who sent and exchanged 13 child abuse videos gets suspended sentence. Judge Nolan said he knows that young people can do very stupid things. A young man who sent and exchanged 14 videos given a suspended sentence. Cesare Haliki, 22, of Braemore Pastures Crescent, Hamlet Lane, Balbriggan, pleaded guilty to Dublin Circuit Criminal Court to both possession and distribution of child pornography at his home on April and December 22. He has no previous convictions and has not come to Garda attention since. That's only because he hasn't been caught. But again, what I was reading into this was Stephen Murphy told John Quirk BL prosecuting that in 2022, in May 22, Gardaí were alerted by the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children in the US to a suspicious video that had been exchanged the previous month. Further investigation of the information provided by the US authorities led to the tracing of an IP address to Haliki's home, and the warrant was secured to search the following December, a full 7 months after, you know, that this happened. Like, you know what I mean? A full 7 months after they'd been made aware of this. Garda Murphy said the laptop and 3 mobile phones were seized during the search. Analysis led to the discovery of 16 videos described in court as depicting children aged between 10 and 14 years old engaged in various sexual activities. Garda also found messages from Hakiki to another stating, "I need younger," like 17 max. They followed him for... Like, you get where I'm coming from on this. Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, you know, it really is. But I'm just going to share this petition here now as well, because this is what we need to be doing, people. We need to be putting this out to everyone. Okay, this is where it needs to go. You need to go in there. You need to sign it. You know what I mean? This is, sorry, there's the petition there. Yeah. So you need to go in there. You need to put in your email address and whatever else you have to do and get rid of this man, because this man is a danger. And this man's laptops and all need to be checked. You know what I mean? It's gone ridiculous, like it really has. You know what I mean? But as I said, this happened. But this is on the back of this. Now, we had a young lad yesterday. I think his name was oh, hold on now. What was his name? There he is there. I'm just going to share this as well. Just let me do this now. Thunderstruck, yeah. I love Thunderstruck to you. Yeah, I love it. I really do love it. Hi, Paul. Hi, all. Hi, Paul. Hi, all. How are you, folks? Evening, Paul. And all, as I said, there'll be somebody on with me now in a while. But listen, I'm well capable of looking after this myself. But yeah. Now, I'm going to just share this. And let's just talk about this for a second. Look at that. That young fella is a child. Look at that. Like, that young fella looks younger than my young fella. And my young fella's only 8. You know what I mean? That he is a child. He was fit. He was brought in there. He was in there mixed up, I'd say, in... Listen, what happened was a terrible day for Dublin. But we have to sit down and think why this happened. A man stabbed 3 children. You know what I mean? There was 3 kids stabbed and a care worker stabbed. A lot of people went in, and a lot of people, you know, went in for protest. We all called for people to go in. I was going to go in myself, but I didn't go in. Okay. But this kid, 18 years of age. Now, I don't know whether he was 18 at the time, but this is 3.5 years this child has got. All for being there. You know what I mean? We've all seen the videos. We've all seen the pictures of all of these, I wouldn't even say migrants, I'd say foreigners that were there on the day, that smashed windows, that did this and looted. And even, like, I have a friend, Clive. He's a friend of mine, Clive. He's a friend of Gavin's as well. And they stopped 3 black guys from going in and looting. They told them, listen, don't be going in here. This is our country. This is our town. We don't do this and this, that, and the other. So it was a lot of foreigners that went in and did that. And these kids probably seen this happening. You know what I mean? And thought, hey, come on, let's do it. Like, nobody will cop who we are and nobody will do it. You know what I mean? But as I said, look at that child. That, like, he is only a child. He's going to go into Mountjoy prison now and be met at, or whatever, Patrick's, wherever he goes, and he's going to meet criminals. He's going to get mixed up. He's going to, and this poor kid could be going in and out of prison for the rest of his life because of this. You know what I mean? Judge Nolan has an awful lot to answer to. And he also, on Tuesday, he let another man, a 60-year-old man, away with the same thing, child pornography on his phones and on his laptops and everything else. And listen, it's just gone beyond the joke, like, at this stage. You know what I mean? It really has. Like, and what I have noticed about him, like, we actually done a bit of this on the Irish column on Sunday night, and I think I had 16 different cases from 2024 where he let these guys off that had all of this. You know what I mean? But people who had actually assaulted people, assaulted women, sexually assaulted women, he gave them 2 and 3 years and 4 years. So what is it? Like, yeah, we have to wait until they actually do the deed before we do anything on them. Like, these people have these images for a reason. You know what I mean? They could be taking pictures of your kids, my kids, anyone else's kids. You know what I mean? Like, years ago, like, I remember years ago, you'd see movies and all years ago where you'd see the pedophiles going around in little white vans or whatever in America, and they'd be taking pictures of kids at playgrounds. They don't have to do that anymore. They only have to go on to TikTok. They only have to go on to Facebook, and you have kids, little kids, 12, 14, dancing in their little bras and their knickers. And this is why I don't agree with all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Kids need to be kids. You know what I mean? And kids need to be protected from this. And this man is not protecting kids from this. You know, I'm just going to, what I'm saying here. Can you share the link for the petition in the chat, please, Paul? I'll do it in a couple of minutes. Yeah, I will. Yeah, no problem. And hold on. A child caught up in the madness. Yeah, our country is so corrupt at all levels. Nolan is a pedo. I'm going to just stop sharing that there, and I'm going to bring in the lovely Miss Orla Donoghue. Hello, Orla. How are you?
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good, good. But we're just talking about Judge Nolan there, and again today, letting off your man, and with what, a 2-year suspended sentence, and he done that poor child yesterday for 3.5 years. Locked that child up for 3.5 years. It just beggars belief, doesn't it? You know.
I know. I shared the petition there a little while ago. It's absolutely scandalous. I cannot understand how he is getting away with it. It just makes no sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to share the link there. I don't think I can share the link in there, can I? Hang on. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I can. I'll get the link now in a minute. Just bear with me there. Go on. Yeah, what were you saying, Ollie? Were you doing that today? There was loads of protests today, I heard. There was one in Dundalk. There was one in Kells.
I saw a few clips of the one in Dundalk, all right. And, well, I've been so busy the last couple of days putting up all the different iPass centres because there's such an amount of them.
Oh, Jesus, they're everywhere, all, aren't they?
I mean, they're just everywhere, and you're just trying to show, you know, like this. It's just such a money racket, and the size of some of these buildings. Only earlier on, I put up about a Weatherspoons pub in Dublin. It's absolutely huge.
Yeah, I seen that.
Like, huge, and then we have homeless people lying on our streets. Like, why can't these buildings be turned into apartments?
Exactly. Was it you that sent me the Weatherspoons? Yeah.
Sorry?
You sent it to me. No, you didn't.
No, I only put it up there a little while ago. I didn't get a chance to send it over to you. It's on my Facebook page.
Okay, on your Facebook. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
But just while we're talking there, I'm just going to present this as well, because we're going to be getting more, I'd say, a lot more. Because this man here has just, here we are. Israeli minister suggests Gaza residents should move to Ireland. Who does he think he is? You know, to be, like, why aren't they moving to the UAE? Why aren't they moving to Dubai? Why aren't they moving to Qatar?
Yeah.
Like, I heard Gavin's speech from this evening, and they were talking about, Gavin was saying that as well. None of the Arab countries will take these people in. I was only speaking to my mother and father last night about this. Why is none of them gone to Egypt? Because Egypt have them blocked. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Egypt put up the border before Israel put up the border all them years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Like, none of them will take these people. Why won't they take these people? Because they're listen, I'm not saying they're all terrorists, but there's a lot of terrorists there. You know what I mean? And they live by that terrorist creed. And we don't want them people in this country. You know, all we need now, they're talking about St. Patrick's Day now as well being,
I know.
could be hit. You know what I mean? So,
and that needs to be taken extremely seriously. I put up that story last week about that threatened terrorist attack. And even if it is only a threat, it should be taken extremely seriously. Because how many come out for St. Patrick's Day in Dublin? Think of all the children that's there as well.
And this is how they hurt you. They hurt you by hurting children. Like, they can't hurt me. I don't care. They can't hurt me. But if they hurt children, that hurts me. And that hurts you and it hurts everyone else. That's what they do.
I know.
These people have no, I don't know. They just, when they want to hurt something, they hit it at the most vulnerable. You know what I mean? They do the most vulnerable people in society, and it's children that they're doing. You know what I mean? You even look at these stabbings all over Europe and the whole lot. It's all kids. You know what I mean? Your man in Southport went in and stabbed them 9 kids. Like, Jesus Christ, that was horrific. You know what I mean? And when they read out what had happened, Jesus Christ, man, it was horrific what he done. You know what I mean? Horrific.
I know.
And I would urge people to go and read the transcript of that, and you'll see just exactly how bad that was. Chris Burns is writing in there, why not Egypt or Jordan? Exactly. Why not Egypt or Jordan? Because these
countries are more suitable, you know, like culture-wise, religion-wise, they're more suitable.
Yeah, because children are the next generation. That's it. Now you have it, you know. And this is why they all go after the kids. You know what I mean? Even this LGBT, GTI shite, you know what I mean? It's all based on kids, you know. Get the kids early. It's disgraceful. What's his fella say? Israeli minister is probably responding to the leprechaun speech. Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. But I had a video there. I'll just go I'm just going to go with Ross Lair just again, because I need to keep plugging this. So I'm going to plug this again before I go as well. I'm just going to go with this Ross Lair. This is for the 20 seconds, so I'm going to plug it again.
The Irish people are under siege by a reckless government that has abandoned its duty to protect our nation. Rosslare Europort has become a gateway for illegal immigration, facilitated by state inaction and policies that prioritise outsiders over the rightful sons and daughters of Ireland. The time for silence is over. Now is the time for action. Recently, 9 illegal immigrants were discovered hiding in a container at Rosslare. Were they deported immediately? No. Instead, they were processed and absorbed into a broken asylum system with no accountability or guarantee of removal. This is just one example of how our borders are wide open to those who enter unlawfully, aided by a government that refuses to enforce immigration law. Beyond illegal migration, the consequences of uncontrolled mass immigration, both legal and illegal, are measured in Irish lives lost. Countless people across Ireland have been murdered by individuals who should never have been here in the first place. From the tragic loss of Aisling Murphy to the horror of the Parnell Square attack and the recent murder of a child in New Ross, the Irish people are paying the price for a system that disregards their safety. This protest at Rosslare Europort is not just a demonstration, it is a stand for national survival. We demand immediate border security, deportation of all illegal migrants, and an end to the state's betrayal of its own people. Ireland belongs to the Irish, and we will not surrender our homeland without a fight. For our nation, for our fallen, for our future.
Yeah. So anyone that can, get to Rosslare Harbour, get to Rosslare Ferryport for 2 o'clock on the 22nd. It's a Saturday. It's 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks from now, was it? No. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks from this Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, the 22nd,
so
yes.
If you can get there. And again, I think there's another one in Knock on the 16th of this month.
Okay.
They're going down for the prayers, to say prayers and whatever else. So I hope the people from Knock get out there and support us as well. You know what I mean? Because we're going down there to support them. You know, if you're not going to help yourself, you know, it's...
Well, it has to be the local community, Paul. It can't just be nationalists coming out. It has to be people from the local community as well. Because at the end of the day, this is your county.
Exactly. Now you have it. And it's exactly what we've been talking about for months. People don't care until it knocks on the door, until it's in their backyard.
And it will.
Whereas if people had been out with us last year or the year before, we could have put an end to this. But listen, we didn't, you know. We
Oh,
did.
sure, look, I know. I saw it in Carlow. The protest started in January, the second week of January in Carlow. And the first 3 days was at the Friary. And there was huge crowds at the evening time. And then
Yeah.
they ended up being moved in, and we moved down then to St. Bridget's. And then the protest went on then till March. And there was hardly any of us. There was only a small handful of us that was there day in, day out. Do you know?
Yeah.
Everyone just
Yeah.
disappeared off.
Yeah. Oh, there, look, Jesus, the three of us are at the post at the one time. Look, me, Martin, and Anthony, the Judge Nolan thing.
Oh, the Judge Nolan thing. Yeah.
Tala is getting 2 more, and you can see it in the groups of men everywhere. Yeah, it's true. It's really gone. Yeah, it's a candle vigil at
Lovely.
1 in Knock on the 16th. Thanks, Anne, for that.
Lovely.
The amount of bypass centres, ones coming online, is unreal. Third world slum. Yeah, it really is. It's disgraceful, like, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the Judge Nolan one there. So yeah, that's shared.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually
did you?
want to...
I think I sent it on to you yesterday because I was putting them up. Did you share the one on the? Is it the Sally Noggins Cafe that Nick Delahunty had done fantastic research on?
Yeah, I said I was gonna talk to Ferg about that, about talking about Dave Mooney, but we'll talk more about Dave Mooney on Sunday night show. We have a 2-hour show Sunday night. So I was talking to Ferg this morning, and he said he'd let me know this, that, and the other. But I've seen a couple of videos there where Ferg's name has been mentioned by Dave Mooney, that they'll be getting their comeuppance, and I'm actually going to pull it down. I'll pull it down, and we'll go with it in a few minutes. You know what I mean? But
Nick's brilliant. The research that he does into the finances is fantastic. Fair play to him.
Well, speaking of research, we've a guy there now. I think it's Paddy. Is that his name? I'm not sure whether that's his name or not. Anthony was talking to me today about Moy Valley. I'm just going to play this Moy Valley one, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Okay.
Ballina House lies to the south of Moy Valley Bridge over the Grand Canal. In 2014, the resort was purchased by the late Oliver Brady, well-known horse trainer from County Monaghan, now deceased, with his business partner and entrepreneur Rita Shaw, owner of Shabra Recycling Plastics Group. Fast forward to 2025, a listed director of Moy Valley Hotel is John Heffernan, who is also a director of a charity called Shabra Charity Foundation Company, limited by guarantee, based in Monaghan. They are both also listed as directors of Shabra Eco Cup Limited, a subsidiary of the Shabra Plastic Recycling Company, and the aforementioned charity. On October 2024, residents of the 24 apartments in the back of the Moy Valley Hotel received eviction notices. This meant that kids had to leave their homes before Christmas. Citicorp Apartments Limited was set up on 19th December 2024. Citicorp Apartments are a subsidiary of Citicorp Group. Its directors are Kawaljit Sandhu and John Heffernan. Citicorp Group, the real estate arm of Vista Star Leisure plc. They currently manage and operate a property portfolio which include offices, commercial shopping centres, residential blocks of apartments, hotels, operated leisure centres, as well as land holdings across London. Criticorp Group are now the new owners of Moy Valley Hotel and Golf Resort. So in summary, you have a director who sits on a board of a charity in Monaghan, who is also a director of Moy Valley Hotel, which is responsible for evicting families before Christmas, uprooting kids from their schools, etc. This situation raises serious questions. For example, does it mean that Irish families have now less rights to a home than those who are being brought here for easy money? It certainly looks that way. Shinny na Dina want to work with and help communities by reporting what is happening and getting the info out there, by being on the ground at these sites and to help people who are standing up to this racket. We are the people for the people, so please reach out to us. www.shininadina.ie.
Fair play to him there. He's doing great work. So are Shininadina now. People are saying, I've been talking to people and they said, oh, Paul, I think the vigilante group and this, that, and the other. Like, listen, they are not a vigilante group.
No, they're not.
They're guys who have come together to get this word out in your community. If you have a problem in the community and we can get 100 men there to help you out, nobody's going down there fighting. Nobody's going down there threatening people. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, we're actually being threatened ourselves. Like, people are being threatened There's guys. We heard that there's guys pulling up outside that Tuffers. Is that what it's called? Tuffers or
Towers.
Towers or whatever.
Towers.
And
Towers.
telling people, like abusing people and telling them what they won't do to them if they don't move away, or they keep talking about them and this, that, and the other.
Yes, I know one of the lads, and he was getting threatening phone calls from one of the men that's involved in Towers.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you look at that Moy Valley Hotel. Look at the size of it.
Yeah.
And again, you're bringing it back. Why isn't Irish people been put in there, are homeless? Second of all, why can't it be turned into some sort of apartments? And then thirdly, again, why can't it be converted back into a hotel? Because that provides employment for the local economy.
But they don't want to do that, Orla. That's the problem here.
I know, we know.
There's too much money involved in this.
Yeah. But
Like,
we know
billions.
that, Paul. We know that. We're trying to make the people who are asleep, start thinking about these questions. That's why I keep asking these questions in the hope that it will wake some people up to start going, well, this doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Citibank.
Like, look at I shared earlier on today, which one was it? One down in Waterford. And the locals had been told it was going to be turned into a visitor centre. And that's what they were promised. And then it was turned into iPass. And is it any wonder why the locals are so annoyed? Because they're always been lied to. Information's been withheld.
Exactly, but that's the thing. But there's no consultation. And then when you speak out about it, you're far right. You're a racist.
Yeah.
And this is what people are afraid of, Orla. You know what I mean? Of being brandished.
And they've given no information about Towers and Carlow. I went out to the place myself, and there is more modular homes. And I didn't realise till the drone went up, because you can't see it from the road.
Yeah.
The whole area at the back. It's absolutely massive, because all you can see is the front and to the sides. You can't see out the back. So that means whatever was there in Ukrainians, there's now going to be far more people coming in there.
Jesus Christ! I seen it myself yesterday from the aerial view as well. Yeah, they have like these glamping things in there as well. They're like
you can't see them. You can't see them. There's a main road outside Towers. It's coming in. It's on the Dublin Road. It's coming into Carlow town, and you can't see that from the front. You can just see the restaurant itself and the sides. And you'd obviously know then that there's more modular homes. But I didn't realise all that was out the back until that drone went up.
Well, I remember, I don't know it too well. I remember driving past it and just seeing it, and someone said Towers. I said, it's not, it's Tuffers, isn't it?
No, it's Towers. T-O-U-G-H. Yeah. What is it? T-O-U-G-H-E-R-S. Towers.
Well, T-O-U-G-H is tough. It is.
You're not that posh, Paul.
I think it's only the cultures call it Towers. You know what I mean? Us Dubs call it Tuffers.
T-O-U-G-H is tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, exactly.
You're thinking of like T-U-F-F, tough.
Yeah, well, it's spelt. You know yourself. It's spelt.
Yeah. But I'm going to have a chat with Anthony later on, because one of the guys I was talking to, and I'm just going to see if we can come up with a plan for something. Mightn't go ahead, but I'll have a chat with Anthony later on anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Look at the size of it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's massive. And you see in it actually turns around and says 1 of 10 iPass centres coming up in Dublin. So that's never mind what's already there. There's another 10 coming up. Like, look how huge that building is.
Yeah. That's just on the quay there. Look, it's just, it's where, is that where the Virgin Megastore used to be? Or down around there, isn't it?
I'm not sure now. I wouldn't know Dublin that well.
Is that not the, beside it there, the pub? What's its name? The Daniel O'Connell. And then you have Carol's on the corner there. Yeah, that's it. The accommodation sector, including senior executive at Elkstone, have plans for 10 new centres around Dublin Central. Dublin building planned as well as super pub among sites to be converted. The Dublin City Centre property previously earmarked for the super pub project by JD Wetherspoons is now being converted into a refugee accommodation. The project is one of 10 new international protection iPass housing centres being planned in central Dublin. Property owners respond to government's needs. In November, the Dublin City Council was notified by 8 iPass operators of plans to convert buildings into accommodation hubs. In January, a further 10 property owners in Dublin Central notified the authorities of plans to convert their space into housing for seeking international protection. Like, Nobody wants to be working anymore. You just put 100 men or 1,000 men in somewhere, and you're home free. Home free. You know what I mean?
And then I saw up on Twitter yesterday. Now, I didn't do anything on it because I could not find proof. But somebody put up on X yesterday. Now, as I said, I have no proof of anything.
Yeah, well, it's allegedly then. It's allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Once we say allegedly, we're okay, yeah.
Allegedly, because I don't like kind of putting stuff up unless I have something to back it up.
Yeah, I'm
but
the same.
Somebody put up on X yesterday about this huge building again down in Cork called the Cube, and that seemingly it's been turned into an iPass centre as well. Now, I actually looked at a video of it, and it is massive. Now, I couldn't find planning for it, and I couldn't find any kind of, newspaper article or anything like that. So I didn't put anything up about it until I know it's definite. But again, like that, it is a huge building.
Jesus.
And it used to be it was being advertised for offices. That's what it was, because that's what it's supposed to be. So if it's turned into an iPass centre, never mind 1,000 people, they'll fit way, way more than that. And seemingly it's in quite a well-to-do area as well. So that's why, as I said, it's allegedly, I couldn't find anything to back it up with.
Well, we need to get on to Derek. If Derek's down in Cork, so
it's down in Cork, yeah. It's called the Cube building.
Well, I'm sure
but a man had it up on X yesterday,
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
like, these buildings are not putting 20 in. These buildings could be putting in 1,000, 500, 1,500, 2,000. Do you know what I mean? We saw the one down in Knock, Paul. Look at the size of that building. Way more than 1,000 is going to fit in there.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's a huge building, that hotel.
Yeah, it is. But I'm watching the match here over my shoulder. Liverpool are playing Spurs at the minute here. They're winning 2-0, so I'm just watching that over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. But
and then I shared as well, actually Frank Conway had it up, that RTE is getting another 5.7 million towards journalists.
Yeah, 100 journalists. 100.
Yes. Now, I don't know whether it's just RTE or whether it's going to be towards Virgin Media. I'm not 100% sure. But considering the huge amount, what did they get? 750 million bailout, was it last year? And now there's going to be another 5.7 million.
Yeah. Well, they got 700 million. They got nearly 3/4 of a billion.
750 million, yeah.
For what? All they show is shy. You know what I mean?
But
that's all they show.
Paul, some of us have been naughty and not paying our TV license.
Well, I'm going to be honest, Orla. I've never had a TV license. Now, my missus gets it. I don't. Yeah. I'm a real rebel when it comes to shit like that. Good luck to you. You know what I mean? I'd have the dodgy.
I'm just wondering, Paul, how much do we get paid for being on this show?
We don't get anything, Orla, to be honest with you. It's just, I'll be honest with you, I get great pleasure out of this because, we're telling the truth and we're getting to know people. Like some of the comments here on the other night me and Anthony were on, Jesus Christ, I couldn't keep up with the comments. Like we must have missed 150 comments, like, you know what I mean?
I know.
But here's one, monkeypox case in Dublin from someone returning to Ireland from the Congo. Now, and in saying that as well, Dundalk, it seems TB is rife up in Dundalk, and leprosy. They have leprosy, these fuckers coming in. Come on. It's a bit much,
I know.
I'm just
but yet, was it not there only a few years ago? We weren't allowed in a pub or in a public place or anywhere without being jabbed up to the eyeballs.
Without a certain jab, yeah. We're not allowed to say the other thing anymore because we're getting
No, we can't. No.
It's gone ridiculous, like, you know what I mean? I put up an extract from this the other night on TikTok.
Yeah.
On Tuesday night after the show was finished, and it was only up 5 minutes ago. He got 25 views in 5 minutes, and it was taken down by TikTok for community violations. And I appealed it, but I won the appeal, and anyway, he came back to me the next morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But that's 1 in 20. Like, you know what I mean? You never win them appeals. Like, it's bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know what to appeal it,
I know. I see on my TikTok is being completely suppressed. I mean, the odd post might break through, but no, completely suppressed. Because every time I put up a post, and I'm trying to put up just different things to try and see, can I break it? But pretty much every post, even if I'm putting up a post on we'll say crystals or something, it's saying content under review. And that's every single post.
Yeah.
So I'm being completely suppressed on TikTok.
I'm the same, but there's someone there, Colette Paula. Strange people have not going for it. Okay, I get it as well. Why some of the people weren't coming out. We were down there the last time, and there was some people shouting, "Our streets, whose streets, our streets." They probably don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? A silent vigil is the best vigil of the lot down in Knock, I think, and a candlelit vigil is probably even better again.
Yeah,
this
that'd
is
be
what
very
we need
nice.
to be doing, not protest anymore, vigils. Because
Yes.
I remember, I'll give you one. I spoke about this before. I remember I was down in Achill Island in 2019, in June, I think it was 2019. I used to go down there all the time, bank holidays and the whole lot. But we were down there for the summer. And in the pub, we got wind of it that the Achill Head was going to be used to house 47 Albanian men. And I spoke to the lads in the pub. I said, lads, I said, come on now, you know what I mean? I said, do you think your women are going to be safe? And they put a vigil. They put a protest. There was a protest starting off. Then it was a vigil. That vigil went on for 6 months. There's no iPass down there now. There's nothing down there now. You know what I mean? There's a couple of Ukrainians, all right, in Achill Sound and the whole lot. But down where they were putting them. But these people stood out. Like, I stood with these people. I used to drink with these people. I used to do this. But now I'm a racist for doing exactly the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's all right. It's all right not to put it there. Put it somewhere else. You know what I mean? Once it's not in my backyard where my mother and father is, or my granny and granddad is, that's all right. But the vigils do work. Seriously, like, them people were there 24/7. Like, they used to do shifts. They had a little hut. They had a fire. They even had Sky Sports running from someone else's house. It was like, it was, they used to go up and have their few cans. Listen, it was great crack. You know what I mean? It was grand. And then it was all stopped in the December 2019. That was it. No more iPass. That was it. So the vigils do work. You know what I mean? Especially in Knock. We need to have them in Knock. You know what I mean? Like, it's the most holiest place in this country. Like, you know what I mean? It really is. You know what I mean? So we need to do something to save Knock. You know what I mean? We have to save Ireland, but like, we have to save Knock first, I think.
Yeah.
So the people in Knock, if there's anyone,
we're in serious trouble.
If there's anyone from Knock listening, please come out on the 16th. You need to come out and you need to show your solidarity with the people coming down to help you. Like, we can't be going around the country. I'm not saying we can't. Like, we do that. We go around the country doing that. But we're getting tarnished as, oh, here's them bleeding dubs down again just to cause trouble and do this, that, and the other. They don't realise we're doing this for their community. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing. It's the same with Rosslare Port now on the 22nd. Like, I'd say that'll be a big, big protest. Again, it'll be a vigil, you know? Yeah. Hang on. Why is that, Paul?
But again, as I said to you, it has to, like, you know, local people have to come out. You know, it can't be just nationalists down there.
Speaking of nationalists, we had hang on, I have it there. I have it downloaded there. We had Tom, we had Ferg, and we had Gavon going around the country last weekend, bringing coal and everything else to poor people down there that the government have forgotten about. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic here. The government don't give a shit about these people, these old people that are left, especially the old people. You know what I mean?
Who are staying in their beds to keep warm.
Well, I'm going to just play this one here now, right? This is Tom and the lad. Now, this is just one little bit here now. Just.
David, man. Is there a draft on it, lads? It's going up, isn't it?
Open the vent at the bottom.
So you can close that door. It's the job now. They're after rodding the chimney there and giving it a good clean, so should be back in business with a real fire in the house. Fair play to the lads.
Now, the guys went down there and they cleaned that chimney, and like, they actually brought her down a brand new gas cooker and they gravelled her garden. I'm going to show it to you now. This is
fair play to them.
You know, I have to say, fair play to the guys. Look, they're really, really. That's what true nationalists is. That's what this is, the true nationalists of this country. These are the people that are helping this country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, helping your community. Yeah.
The government are just sitting on the hole. You know what I mean? And then
on
we have
holidays.
On holiday. No, they're back now. I think they're back now.
Oh,
yeah.
Are they back? Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're back. Yeah, they are back. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull this down and then I'll pull down the other one. But Was it Ferg put it up? No, it was Gavon. Just let me just get this for a minute. GAB.
And did you say who's the Tom guy?
Tom McDonald, the
Oh,
councillor.
Tom McDonald.
Big
sorry,
Tom,
sorry.
yeah.
Big Tom,
yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, Big Tom, yeah. But hang on, I just see, can I get this here? Hold on. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna play this here, right? Just bear with me. We just pause this. I'm just gonna share this out and we just listen to this for a minute because the lads need to be getting recognition for this. I don't even think the lads want recognition for this, but people need to see what's going on here. You know what I mean? People need to see, you know. So I'm going to play this here and we'll come back and talk to them in a minute.
We're back down here in Ballahadreen today. We're just back up at that old lady's house. We're going to just do a bit of work, see if we can get her back up and running. As you can see here, we're down her lane. She's very, very isolated. Now, this part of the lane isn't too bad. You could actually get a car up through it. But when you get up around the corner here, you'll see. So what we've done is we've ordered a load of 804 gravel. It's a good few ton of it now, 8-wheeler. And he's going to come at some part of today. And we're going to put gravel all along this lane here now so that people will be able to access it and give her a dig out. You can just see here where Tom is now. I don't know now. Yeah, just have a look there. You can see there, let me see, very bright here today. As you can see there, you cannot get a car up this lane. It's completely sunk on both sides. So there's a load of gravel now coming today. And we're going to just run it down this whole lane here so it'll be accessible. And I think that'll make it easier for taxis and people to get up the road and give her a hand. And then we've got a gas cooker in the house there as well. So we're basically going to, there's Tom's here there now. Basically just going to get this lane up in order. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I'd say we get the lorries up to the top of the lane there, and then we'll sprinkle it all down and level it. It's about a foot deep there on parts, you know.
It is, yeah.
So you need to all on this left hand side and this right hand side. It's high in the middle. Yeah, it's in a bad way. The taxis or ambulance or nothing can come in here, you know.
Yeah. And that's contributing to our isolation then, do you know what I mean? Because people don't want to come up. We're going to try and trim back some of the hedge there as well, just to make it easier to start scratching cars and everything coming up.
Scratching the cars so they're not coming up.
A lot of people don't want to come up to her because you can't bring a car up this lane anyway, so it adds insult to injury. So that's where we're at regarding this. We have a brand new gas cooker now for her as well in the back of the van, and hopefully now that will she'll be able to cook some hot meals and stuff like that. And we're going to rod the chimney. So we just have to get a couple of ladders there from one of our mates. He doesn't live too far away. Wolf Amos, he's going to give us a lend of his roofing ladders. And we get the chimney clearing for there as well. She might be able to start burning some solid fuel again. So that's pretty much it. We'll be back up with an update later on. And thanks everyone, and talk to you soon. Give us a buzz there on the X Spaces at Mega Era. We go live every day at about 5 o'clock, discuss some national issues. A lot of the funding came from the X Spaces, so anyone listening to this, you should tune in. Some evenings we're there every night of the week, 5 p.m. until late at Mega Era.
Fair play to them.
That's it. Mega Era. Go onto the Spaces, have a chat with the lads, and you'll get to see the truth. You'll know what's going on, because the lads, that's all the lads do is tell the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, there's a mosque. Yeah, we definitely need celestial help. Yeah, okay. Why do you make of the new mosque plan for that loan? I don't agree with it at all. So I was
Well, they were looking to try and get one into Carlow as well. Now, I don't think they've gotten the funding, or whatever funding they were looking for through GoFundMe. I don't think got very far, but that's not to say that it wouldn't come at some stage. But there is a kind of temporary kind of mosque beside the cinema. And I think they're there on a Friday afternoon, and then you see them all coming out, and like there's, large numbers. But I mean, like a super mosque or something like that, like I'd be very concerned over that.
Well, there's one going into Clongriffin. There's in Donaghmede. There's one planned for Clongriffin. The plans have been in there since 2014, and it was granted. And then they had to reapply, I think, in 2018. And I think they have to reapply again 6 years later or something like that. I think it's every 6 years you have to reapply. So anyone that's from or surrounding areas, make sure you put in an objection to that mosque. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't want that there. You really don't want that there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's as I said, I'm just going to go with this one here. No, I won't. It's just the Cougar. They're getting the lady the Cougar up and running and the whole lot. So it's just great to see. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to say what Sue Kellen says there. Vigils make people feel safe and build strength. Excellent. And that's what we need to do. We need to make community. We don't want people going down there. Let's be honest about this. We don't want people going down there shouting at guards and shouting at people. And you can do a silent vigil. That's all you have to do. Light a candle, stand there. And if they ask you questions, you tell them. You know what I mean? You don't have to, you don't have to be abusive, or you don't have to be anything like that. You know what I mean?
And bear in mind, in relation to a vigil, you're also thinking about the people we've lost in this country. Like, we'll say the stabbing of the children, Ashling Murphy, and all the other people, you know what I mean, that have died through foreign people coming into this country.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's ridiculous, like it really is, like, you know what I mean? But I'm just going to share the picture there.
Did you see the thing up in was it in Dundalk where good man Ferg?
There's Ferg there with Marty. Fair play to Marty. Marty, you're famous. Fair play to you, Marty.
Yeah.
A lovely woman. I've seen her talking to the lads, and I was talking, as I said, I was talking to Ferg this morning, and I'm actually going to send it to him now to see if he is available. You know what I mean? To come on, just to let us know how he got on. And I haven't got Tom's number. I haven't. I'm actually going to send it on to Tracy as well. Tracy O'Hanlon.
Oh, Hanlon, yeah.
Yeah, she was up in Dundalk tonight, and I'm going to send that on to her there now. And so, Tracy, just keep an eye out there. You'll get that now into your inbox. And you come on and tell us exactly what was going on in Dundalk tonight and how everything went.
And did you hear about that story in relation to that man that went to try and kiss the 2-year-old in the pram?
This is what happened. This is what went out this morning for, or this evening for. And that's what they were out there for. You know what I mean? This evening.
And was he arrested, or was anything done? I didn't see a news report on it.
I think he was arrested and he was released. I think he was just taken out of there for his own safety, more or less. You know, that sort of way.
Never mind the safety of the poor child. Something could have happened if he got hold of her properly.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But I had a thing there for Dave Mooney that he had for Dave Mooney there earlier. I'll have a look. But but Tracy was up there this evening. Gavin was up there this evening.
Yeah, I watched a few minutes of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Lauren Spencer was up there as well this evening speaking. Lauren Spencer is a young girl who was savagely raped and kidnapped in a car, in a taxi, a fake taxi, a couple of years ago. Do you remember Derek done the interview with her last year?
Yes.
Lauren,
is that her? Oh my God!
Yeah,
right.
Lovely
yes,
kid.
I know who you're talking about.
But she lost her teeth and everything. He punched her. He left
her.
In bits, like, and she escaped out of the car. Only for she escaped out of the car, the child wouldn't be. She wouldn't be here. You know, that sort of way. It just beggars belief. Like, you know what I mean? And this same fella was wanted in France, I think, and Austria for murder.
And what's he doing here? How did he get into this country? As I keep asking that question, how are they getting in here?
But they are
so much for border control.
Yeah, there's still people. Hang on there. I'm feeling fit. Yeah, still people here near me without power. My power's just gone again in Leitrim. Jesus Christ, Jane. Some pork would sort out the most. They say if you throw a pig's head into where the mosque is supposed to be, that they won't go in because, listen, if that's the case, BJ, the butchers will be overran with pig's head, taking them out of the place to throw them in everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah,
there is something to do with it. They class pigs as dirty animals or something like that.
Yeah, and dogs. I have Tracy O'Hanlon there. I'm going to bring Tracy in. Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
Hello, Tracy.
Hello,
how are you?
Hello, Paul.
How are you? How'd you get on this evening?
Yeah, we had a nice little crowd out. Tensions are running high, guys. Tensions are running high. Allegedly, this man is being prosecuted for sexual. What was it? A sexual assault against a minor.
Jesus Christ!
It's crazy. I mean, like, nobody kisses a child on their lips other than their mother and father. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I kiss my kids. I kiss my kids on the lips all the time. And
Yeah.
would you believe, Tracy, I still kiss my ma on the lips when I'm leaving. I see her, ma. I still
That-
do. So,
That's your mad. You know, I'd be the
yeah,
same. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
but like for some random stranger to just walk up and kiss a wee baby, she's a beautiful wee child. I met her there with her dad a while back, and yeah, it's just absolutely bizarre. And then pick the child out of the pram. You know, these things can happen in seconds. Like
Yeah.
the child could have been gone. It's a mother's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, the thing that struck me, and you know when you're on the microphone, you think of different things afterwards. You think, oh, I should have
Yeah,
said this and should
yeah.
have said that. But like, we are being told that we are racist, and there's racism lessons for Irish people. But where's the education for these people when they come in here on how to behave in a civilized society?
Yeah.
Because the Gardaí tried to forward. The Gardaí said, well, you know, this is normal in their culture.
But they're not in their culture.
Yeah, and they're not in their country either.
Yeah.
No,
And an Irish man does not go around doing that.
absolutely not.
You
But
know,
let's be honest.
unless he was completely mentally unhinged, no Irish man would do something like that.
But
I
let's
know.
be honest. If I went to their country and did that, I'd be stoned. I'd be bleeding, lashed out with poles and everything. You know what I mean?
There'd be
Like you
nothing
would.
left to you. There'd be
Exactly.
nothing left to you, Paul. You know?
And the same as what we were saying there again about the mosques. If I went away to India or wherever and tried to build a bleeding Catholic church, we all know where that would go as well. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It'd be found in a ditch somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've no chance. Like you look there in Nigeria, there is no white people allowed on Nigerian ads. They can have like white people helping in the background or doing cameras, and you know that, but not actually on the screens. It's prohibited, totally prohibited. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, we have been so let down. We've been so let down by the media, everything in so by the media, by the governments, because like the media have got a civic duty to the people. They're there to
To tell the truth,
examine,
Tracy.
tell the
To tell the truth.
Jesus Christ, I don't
But
think they've told the
I've
truth.
said this before, Tracy. You know, a doctor takes an oath to do no harm. Journalists have a similar oath that they are supposed to be non-biased and they're supposed to tell the truth, and half of them do not.
That's
And we
all.
were just discussing there a little while ago about how another 5.7 million is going into RTE for more journalists.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah,
On top
5.7
of
million.
this,
Yeah.
like what
On
did they
top of the
order?
750 million that they got last year. So another 5.7 million to hire more journalists. So that's going to be more propaganda.
No,
I
that's
just
it.
have to say there, I'm feeling I'm very Phil, whatever he is. Have to say though, a lot of refugees in Mullingar did great work around the town following the storm to give back to the community. Thank you very much for your help. You know what I mean? But they're the good ones. It's the ones who are doing the shit that we're worried about. You know what I mean?
The predators.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you can't have uncontrolled borders in, you know,
No.
where there is
In
a
any
welfare
country.
state.
In any country you can't.
Yeah,
Chris
a
Bourne
country without
just said,
borders-
"How are you, Tracy?" Chris Bourne,
Hello,
how are you,
hello.
Tracy?
A country without borders isn't a country. Sure, we you know, we hear this. You know, I feel sorry for places like Germany where, you know, at least being an island, we've got something small. Like a country like Germany, they've got like 15 different borders or something absolutely crazy like that, you know. It's shocking. And these people, I seen it's quite handy on here on Twitter that, you know, you can translate posts and different stuff like that, so you can get a different perspective of what's going on in other countries. And I seen a post today, it was so alarming, from Germany, and this man was detailing these leaflets that are being passed around, probably online as well, and it's come to Germany, you do not need to integrate. The children, the women, they're all fair game. You don't need to learn the language. You just come and get your free money, and this is it. And it's just it's an
Shocking.
insult.
It
It's
is
an
shocking,
insult
yeah.
to the people who are keeping the country going, who are out there slaving away to keeping their family, trying to keep everything together, paying their sky high rents, paying all their bills. You know, like the electric bills in Ireland are absolutely shocking. I think they are the highest in the whole of
They are, yeah,
Whole of
Europe.
Europe,
of
yeah.
Europe. Yeah.
But like, you know, when you have it rubbed in your face, we see the videos of people dancing, you know, in Nigerian one, she's dancing around, free money, come to Ireland, come on my besties, go to my YouTube channel, I'll show you how easy it is. And it's just an absolute insult, you know, like,
It is
why
for the
would you
likes
want
of
to work
people.
fair,
at
yeah.
all?
Yeah.
You see,
So people out working, paying for everything, like, do you know what I mean? And everything went handed free. And all the people who can't get medical cards, can't get hospital appointments, can't get school places, etc.,
I can't get a doctor.
can't get housing.
I can't get a doctor. I'm unemployed at the moment. I'm on the social welfare, and I cannot get a doctor. Seriously, I can't get a doctor. There's no doctors in the area that'll take it. You know what I mean? It's gone ridiculous, like, you know what I mean? So if I take sick now, I've no medical insurance and I've no medical card either. So, you know, what do you do?
Look at the post I did a few weeks ago, Paul, in relation to Mosney, right?
Yeah.
And the whole place has all been done up. I don't know if you saw it, Tracy, but they have a doctor and nurses coming in just for those people in Mosney. But
Yeah.
yet, if you rang a doctor in the morning, you could be waiting a week, 2 weeks, do you know, to get an appointment. And they're
But if you
actually
look-
getting their own doctors and nurses.
If you look at the iPass Centre in East Wall, there's an ambulance there 24 hours a day. They have an ambulance parked around the corner 24 hours a day.
That's unbelievable. I know now
Yeah.
in the UK, in that boat, they had the Bibi Stockholm. They were slagging it off. Oh, you're living on the boat, this, that, and that. They had everything, the same thing. They had a doctor on site, they had a dentist on site. You know what I mean? The normal, decent working people could be suffering. So you know how bad it is when you get a toothache. There's nothing
know.
like it, you know. And you could be suffering for the want of not having the few pound there to get your tooth pulled out or to get it attended to. So
Yeah.
decent, hard-working people are
Yeah.
suffering on a daily basis
Mhm.
by people who contribute zero, absolute
Yeah.
zero to the country, and probably maybe never will at all. Do you
No,
know
they
what
won't.
I mean?
So you look at the Romas. Look at the Romas. All they do is have kids and collect benefits. That's it.
Mm.
And
I
begging
don't
on
know
the street.
I don't know one Roma that works. I really don't. And
No.
there's been a few of them living in this estate and a few of them living in the other estate. And as I said it on the show the other night. I was collecting my social welfare last week, and the guy in front of me was in his, I'd say, late 30s or late 20s, early 30s, and he collected €925, Tracy.
Yeah, you said that.
€925. Now, you
Mhm.
multiply that by 4, you're talking nearly $4,000 a
Is
month.
that for 2 weeks, like Paul, or what would
No,
that be?
no, that was for the week. That was for the
What?
week. Yes. So obviously he has about 7 or 8 kids. You know what I
Oh,
mean? They're just
God.
throwing them out. That's it. And then
Mhm.
I had a video there as well, watching them shoplifting in one of the shops today, and even the kids were shoplifting. That's how bad it's got. Like, they're training the kids to do it. You know, they used to come. They used to come with my kids here to the house, and I'd get them the fuck out of here. And but they're all right. It's bred into them how to rob and how to do everything. I'm telling you. So get them out. You know.
Yeah, you can't encourage people like this. Sure, look at Puska there. He came into the country, he played the game, he worked for 5 weeks. All of a sudden, he had an accident, and he's disabled then for 10 for
10
the
years,
last
yeah.
10 years. Well able to
Yeah.
work, well able to work. Do you know?
Of course,
It's-
well, the bleeding
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I know now in the UK, I seen the stats. It said, I think it was over the last 10 years or something, or 12 years, that about 12 million people, of the 12 million people that went to the UK, you know, it's hard to get stats, but I found stats from the UK, and it said of the 12 million people that moved to made the UK their home, 80% of them were on benefits. Do you know,
Yeah.
like 9.4 million? I mean, we can't take that. You know, the
No.
UK being bigger, at the same time, it's hard enough on any country, but in Ireland, we just cannot. We can't.
I was
do
looking.
that.
I was looking at them stats in the UK as well. None of the wives work. None of
Yeah.
the wives work. None of them.
No.
There's no women working. There's none of these women working that come in that's on benefits. There's none of them. You know what I mean?
It's out. Like, I was in the UK. I was in London for 30 years. Do you know what I mean? And I can absolutely confirm that. You know, it's
Yeah.
you very rarely would you see anyone who, you know, especially of the Muslim faith, you very, very rarely, a few, but just literally very, very, very few.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not good, not when Not when Irish women are being forced out, you know, and have to maneuver through childcare and, you know, worrying about this, and then what happens at the stress of your children if your children are sick and you have to take some time off, and
Yeah,
the
I know.
pressure.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
the pressure's
But
never ending.
we can't sustain that. We just can't. We're too small of a country to have
Yeah.
all these people, along with our own people on the dole as well. We can't sustain it. And then what's going to happen if, God forbid, worse comes to worse, and Trump ends up pulling some of these American companies? We're going to have thousands and thousands and thousands on the dole. Like, how are we going to keep that up if that was to happen as well?
But this is what I spoke about. This is what I spoke about the other night as well. They're doctoring the figures as well for the social welfare for people who are unemployed. What they do is now they put you on this CTEC course. And once you go on to that CTEC course, these are trying to get you back to work. Once you go off the social, you're still on the social welfare. But when you go on to this CTEC course, they wash their hands of you. So it cuts it in half. So there could be 300,000 on these CTEC courses and 300,000, say, unemployed. And there should be 600,000 on the register, but they're only showing 300,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how
I
they
couldn't
work.
believe it. I couldn't believe it when I seen the stats. So we were in full unemployment. Ireland, it's like 4% or something is
bullshit.
unemployed.
It's
Exactly.
bullshit.
Absolute
it is.
bullshit.
It is bullshit. But I'll tell you what I'm going to go with, right? In saying that, there was a guy in the Dáil today, they spoke about in the Dáil today, why they were giving these hotels to people and the whole lot, and our own Irish people were left without lights and everything else. So we just run with this and come back and talk to it for a minute.
Yeah.
Hotels should have been offered to the most vulnerable people in the West immediately. We can offer accommodation to people seeking international protection for years, and yet we can't do it for our most vulnerable people. Thank you. Concorda. Firstly, I want to really start today with just the level of frustration across Mayo and right across the West is really, really palpable. There are many thousands of people in Mayo still at the moment are 13 days without power, 13 days without, you know, heating their homes and without the ability to be able to cook for themselves. And what's happening and what has happened over the last few days has been really, really shocking. Elderly people shivering in their beds, sick people, isolated people in rural areas, unable to contact their GP. In fact, still today, elderly people in isolated areas are still unable to make contact with emergency services and their GP. And yet, this government moved quicker to go on holidays on the eye of the storm than to get into action in terms of helping our citizens in their greatest period of need. The hotels and accommodation, like hotels should have been offered to the most vulnerable people in the West immediately. We can offer accommodation to people seeking international protection for years, and yet we can't do it for our most vulnerable people. People who rely on plug-in devices, for example, with respiratory conditions and heart conditions, people who rely on plug-in devices to survive. Vulnerable customers in the ESB. I'd like to know what priority was given to these vulnerable customers, because all I can see was nothing. Nothing, no help in relation to those people. I'm calling on the government immediately to initiate a task force to really understand the lessons in terms of what we need to do. Get ESB, Uisce Éireann, Caoilte, Air in a room, and let's get proactive in terms of solving this. There are trees, the ESB network, the Air network, the NBI network needs to be protected. Existing trees along the route need to be cleared immediately, and we've no time to wait for months and months of felling licences. We need to prepare now for the next storm. Ash dieback is another big issue. We need a scheme similar to the local improvement schemes to work with farmers to address ash dieback.
Like, he's right. He's dead right. You know what I mean? They've been putting these people up in hotels for years. You know what I mean? And our own people. There's that woman, Mary, that I showed earlier. Like, that woman has probably paid taxes all her life in this country. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she's just left there. You know what I mean? It's disgraceful what's going on. It is. And it needs to be highlighted.
May I actually ask a question? Where's the rest of the ones in the Dáil? Why is there only like 5 of them there? Where's the rest of them? Are they taking an extended holiday?
No, they only come in they only come in for the cameras. They don't come in for the real talks. You know what I mean? So you see it in the UK as well. When your man Andrew Bridgen had the talk about the vaccines and everything else. You know what I mean? There was only 3 people there. 3 people. You know what I mean? So they only come in when they want to come in, or else they send a junior minister in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or some other gobshite in just to talk. Well, I'll have to get back to you about this. Can we get back to you on that? And I'll get. Fuck off. No, you know. Hang on, what's this?
But it was good to see you on too calling that out. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, Ain2 would be the only ones that would call her out because
Yeah.
there's
I was
nobody
going
else
to say,
in there.
I thought that was Pat or Tobin. I couldn't see. This is my first
No.
time
no, it's
on here,
Paul
and I was
Lawless.
thinking,
He's the new TD over in Mayo.
oh, right. Was that? No, that wasn't Tobin, was it? No.
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 He sounds like him, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
This
was
fella's
a
only
bit of
young. I think
common
he's in his
sense.
Yeah.
I think he's only in his late 20s or 30 or something. Like, he's young anyway. But yeah, he got elected there in Mayo there in the general election.
Oh, great. And he's in too then, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the second TD.
Oh, isn't it just great to hear someone talking a bit of common sense in there? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what
Yeah.
we need, you know,
Mhm.
the craziness, the craziness that we're expected to put up with. Like I said to the boy, like I said tonight as I spoke, I said, we're not revolutionaries, we're not radicals. We just want some normalcy. That's all we
Yeah.
want. We want just to, you know, take us away from this craziness, because it's gone far too far. It's I don't know. Yeah, it's like we're in an inverted world. Everything is
I
going
know.
back to front, upside down, sideways, and everything. Do you know? But it's thank God the Carol Nolan isn't the only one in there now with a bit of sense.
Yeah.
We didn't get anyone in. We didn't get more. Gavin Pepper was down today with us in the dock. Gavin did a great speech, you know.
Yeah,
as he
I
always
was
does.
talking to him, yeah.
Yeah, but it was great to see Gavin there. And this is it, you know, we never asked for this. We haven't asked for this trouble. We the last thing we ever expected, that I ever expected, is that I would have to be speaking up here, you know,
Yeah.
on this subject for the people. But you know, if no one else is doing it, Paul, like, that's it.
Exactly,
Someone
that's
has to
why I
step
do
up
it.
to the mark.
That's why I do it. Yeah. But that's it, Tracy. We've put our head above the parapet now, you know what I mean? And we're targets now, you know what I mean? That's the problem, you know what I mean? Like, everyone slags us now, you know what I mean? I have neighbors here don't talk to me and everything because of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of telling the truth, you know, this is what gets me, like, you know what I mean? They can see what's happening. They're
Yeah.
not blind, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, like, you know.
They just
But
don't
it
want to
takes us
accept
to
it, like, you know.
Yeah. What's this here now? Hang on. Fact at Chris Bourne, there's a lot of scaremongering going on. We can all agree the situation is dire. Government are woefully incompetent, but there's a lot of misplaced anger, if you ask me. Well, I have no misplaced anger. My anger is well placed, and it's placed at the government. Like, I'm not out there shouting at migrants. We're not doing that.
No.
We do go outside these places. Okay, we have to go outside these places, because what's the point in going to the Dáil? The Dáil closes on a Saturday and Sunday. But I had a guy on to me to say, you know, young Ryan.
Yes, he was on to me earlier on, yeah.
And he asked me tonight, he said, Paul, can we get a protest at the Dáil? I want to do a protest at the Dáil. Now, Ryan has a bit of a speech impediment, so he wouldn't be a great talker, you know, that sort of way. But he said it to me, he said, Paul, I really want to do it. And he wants to do one in Mullingar as well. So listen, hey, I said I'd bring him on Sunday night. Well, not bring him on. I'll do an interview with him on Saturday evening and play it on Sunday night. He's a lovely kid, you know what I mean? And he sees what's going on, you know what I mean? He can see it, you know?
You'd have to be deaf, and
yeah. And how's things going, Tracy, around Dundalk and all that?
well, like you say, we were vilified completely in the newspapers and everything, you know, with the St. Joseph's Orphanage. It was all, you know, Dundalk says no, they're against the Ukrainians, you know, the orphanages to house Ukrainians, and we were completely vilified, like, you know, as terrible people for daring to object to this. But it's not Ukrainians living there at all. It's you know, not one bit. There might be one or two. I haven't been down to see who's going in and out, but I would like to. I might call down and you know, try to do some interviews, see who I see going in, see who I see going out. But as I said, it's just lies and more lies. That's all that we get, Orla, you know.
Oh, sure, I know.
It's
I
like
know.
a big lie sandwich, you know, but
Yeah.
they're making this, it's like a Scooby-Doo sandwich, you know what I mean? It's like lie upon lie upon lie, and you can't swallow it. It's impossible to swallow that they expect us, but the Irish people voted for them. They believe the lies, you know. They said, oh, we give you this money, we give you that money, but it's all borrowed money. It's just increasing the debt that has to be
Yeah.
paid to pay it back, you know. It's but they go on like it's a never-ending pot. We know the actual truth. We know the implications. The national debt is increasing year by year by year, and there's
Yeah.
no sign of that going down. How is it ever going to go down? It's just on the up and up, you know. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
how many countries has been ruined by socialism? Argentina. So I was listening. Argentina, South Africa. They were both thriving economies now. Socialism is destroying them. It's not worth you to work at all. It's just a race to the bottom. You know, so I don't know,
Shocking.
things is going, you can't show people, you can't tell them what they're, you know, that look, we're living in things are becoming more totalitarian. You know, that they want to bring in they brought in the hate crime, you know, but they've stalled on the hate speech. But you cannot tell people that they're living in a tyranny. They have to see it. You have to show them. They have to experience it, you know, to wake them up. So just there, we were out last night. We were out tonight. You know, hopefully to raise all we can do is just to keep trying to raise awareness as to this mad situation that we're being put in.
It is crazy. Yeah, it really is. Like, you know, but Tracy, this is happening you remember, me and you spoke about this probably last year, the year before, that it was happening once every 2 weeks. Now it's happening twice a day. You know what I mean? It's actually happening twice a day. It's not just isolated incidents anymore. You know what I mean? That's because there's too many of them here.
Yeah.
You know, you have the likes of that Moy Valley. They're everywhere. They're going into Knock. They're trying to put them into Athlone. I actually have a video there. I'm just going to show you here of Clonmel. Right, this is Clonmel. Watch this. Jesus Christ, the
Like,
size of
how
that.
can anyone think that is normal? Again, like that, it looks like an army base.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. I shared
Yeah.
that a few weeks ago because there was videos going around at night time, but I thought the one during the day really emphasised the actual size of it. I mean, how
It
anyone thinks
seems-
that's normal, that is not normal.
It seems that they have towers in each corner and they have guards on the towers. Like, Jesus Christ, man, how anyone thinks that's normal. You know, I actually have another one there from Shane James from earlier, and he's there and he shows you, right? And you can see how near the houses are. There's only a road separating that from a housing estates. And then the travellers are just up the road again from it. Like the people that bought them houses. Now listen, I don't know how much they paid. Say 200 grand. Them houses aren't worth nothing now. Nothing. You'll never sell them houses. You're stuck there for life now with them scumbags. You know what I mean? I'm just going to play Shane's one. Right, just give it. It's only 50 seconds.
Look at that absolute shit show. 500,000 per cube, basically. And no services down the fucking town, and the hospital an absolute shit show as it is. Loads of money for everyone who's not from here. An illegal site, as said by Roderick O'Gorman. They're all illegal and they don't give a damn. And now every house across the road, I can't get an angle on it there now. All the estates across the road, the value plummeting down, down, down. No school positions in town, and Jesus, I was already around the shops and stuff there. Where are they all even coming out of without dailies and the Parkers and everything filled up already? Where are they even coming out of? It's crazy, the damage being done to this country. But nearly 500,000 each for these little boxes, and all the security that goes with them. This town is fucking crazy for leaving it go on without a peep.
And he's right. He's right there. The people of Clonmel should have never let that happen. There was a handful of people went up there and helped out. Now, Shane has been there from the start, because I've seen, even before I knew Shane, you know what I mean? Like, I know Shane now, but even before I knew Shane last year, I was watching his videos, and like, he was camping out there as well. I think Leroy was as well. They were all going around doing it. But like, again, as I said about Knock, we had 5 people, I think, from Knock with us 3 weeks ago when we were in Knock. Like, if you're not willing to come out and fight for your own town, you know, you can't be expecting. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't be expecting us. We're still going to do it because we're fighting for the country, you know what I mean, and our children and everything else. But you need to come out. You need to show solidarity with us when we're out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone's mic is going.
Is that mine? I don't know. Mine's sort of crackling a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, no, it's gone. It's gone now. It's all right now.
Better on the laptop, but I was just, you know.
Well, next time you're on, you can come on the laptop. That's no problem.
I will. But you know yourself, it's so demoralising. We've not been asked. The thing is, we know about Ireland 2040, this huge plan to have 10 million people at minimum in Ireland. And it's all about the GDP. It's all about money. It's not actually about our lives, about how we are affected, about how our children are affected and their futures, because there is not going to be any future for our own children. We are being, our towns, our cities, our villages are being culturally and ethnically overwhelmed to the extent that Ireland won't be Ireland in a few years if this government do not start listening to the people.
But that's just it. They're not listening to the people, Tracy. You know what I mean?
No, they're only getting started, Paul. That's the worst.
None of the people should sell their houses there. The foreigners will buy them up. This is what's going to happen. People who want to move out there, and foreigners will buy them. And I'll guarantee you they'll be Indians. Because every house that's been sold around my area, they're Indians that are buying them. You only have to look. Like, my next door neighbour's house was sold last year, and I'm not messing. When I say, I think there was 2 or 3 other foreign nationals, but the rest were all Indians. Because they're getting this money coming in. And I remember someone talking last year, I think, what was her name from Kildare, from Newbridge? Oh, what's her name? She's a nice girl. She's a good girl. She was talking about the Sharia tax. She's a friend of Adele Gillick's. I'll get her name in a minute. But she was talking about it as well, that they get some sort of Sharia tax. They don't pay interest on their loans. Sure, if we didn't have to pay interest on our loans, you'd have your house paid off in a few years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what's happening, you know? But I forgot my name, blah, blah, blah. What's this now? Banging heads together. The unity is the only way. Yeah, I wish people would just look around their towns and villages. They're destroyed. It's true. Like,
but it's so obvious. Like, it is so obvious, especially in certain places. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see it in Carlow. It is so obvious what's going on. And yet, you might be talking to a brick wall.
Someone's saying a weird noise coming through the mic, Anthony Casey. It's not Anthony Casey.
Will I leave and come back? Shall I try that? Shall I just leave and come back?
Yeah, leave and come back in.
Yeah, just see that it might redo it. Yeah, because it's an awful track tonight.
Yeah.
That's better now, I think. Yeah. No, she's had to go off there. We'll be finishing up now in about 10 minutes. And anyway, but it's gone well. And anyway, we got a lot of shit spoke about. By the way, Paul and Orla, do you need a moderator? A moderator for what? What do we need a moderator for? I don't get that. That's the girl's name, Noreen O'Shea. That's who it is. Fair play to you, Drew. Yeah, she's brilliant. I have to say, I like Noreen.
Yeah.
They'll have
But
foreigners calling the
look at
doors.
Floods Cross. The Floods Cross is the same. It is like an army base. Do you know what I mean? That's exactly what it's like. Do you know?
Yeah, somebody there, Ken is just going, came onto YouTube to look for something else and came across the live. Lovely. Is this the new show, guys? We're going to be doing the Irish column on a Sunday night for 2 hours, and we'll be doing this pop-up on Tuesday and Thursday. But again, I was talking to Anthony earlier about it. Come back in there. Yeah, you're all right there now, Tracy. But what Noreen O'Shea is that girl's name. Noreen
yeah, that's
O'Shea.
what I was thinking. I was thinking that, so you were saying
Yeah.
my mic was muted. I was trying to say, I think that's Noreen.
But I'm just telling Ken there now, he came on and he just seen the show. Is this the new show? As I was just saying, we do the column on a Sunday night for 2 hours, and then we're going to do two shows, Tuesday and Thursday. But what I was saying to Anthony was we could have a show every night here. We could organise a show every night here if we got someone to host it. I can't host them every night. He can't host them every night. You know, fair play to Orla come in tonight. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is the likes of Philip Dwyer or some other creators could come in here and have a show here. They could do Ireland Live tonight. Ireland Live hosted by Philip Dwyer. Ireland Live hosted by Tracy O'Hanlon. You know, we could. That's how we could do it. You know what I mean? And that way, we're getting the message out every night. You know what I mean? Because there's too much information to be pumping into one show on a Sunday night. You know, like after you finish talking about stuff and everything else, you're trying to get 8 or 10 videos in. You know, and if the videos are 4 or 5 minutes long, it's just you end up leaving 4 or 5 videos there after talking to everyone. You know, like we had Eric. Eric was in here. I think Eric was in on Tuesday night. And we were yapping to him for about 3/4 of an hour. You know what I mean? And we only just barely got the videos done when he left. And then on Sunday night, then I think we had Leroy in for a while. Leroy was on for about an hour talking to us about different stuff, about Mikey and the whole lot getting arrested in Clonmel and the whole lot. So yeah, by the way, there's a GoFundMe. I'll see if I can get it there for Mikey's missus while he's locked up because they haven't got a washer. She's getting nothing. You know what I mean? So I'll put that up later as well. So if anyone wants to donate to that as well, you know what I mean? What's this? Owen O'Sullivan, halal mortgages, Fitzy. That's it, exactly. 0% interest on them, only open to Islamic people. Now, that's discrimination to white Irish. Fair play, yeah, it is. Fair play to you, Owen, yeah, it is. And I heard as well a few years ago, remember all the Chinese were buying up, they were getting the same deal. The Chinese weren't paying interest on it either. They could get through the Bank of China in down the docks there, and they were getting the same deal. So, listen, it's...
Yeah. And then remember as well, they're getting all this money to set up a business as well.
Yeah.
So if the Jews aren't paying any interest, the Muslims aren't paying any interest. It's just us Christians that have to pay the interest. It looks like, you know, is that the way it is? So are we just being persecuted a bit?
Exactly.
More, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. And if you look, the Jews own everything. Let's be honest about it. Let's call a spade, look. You know what I mean? All the banks, all the shit, the Jews own it. I'm just going to say that Ken Donnelly, Paul, you're going to Rosslare on the 20th. It's the 22nd, Ken, just to let you know. It's the Saturday, it's not the Thursday. I'm heading, and it'd be nice to meet you all in person. Orla, is it too early in the year to go to Cortown after a few scoops and lose a few bob? I have cousins that have like mobile homes in Cortown. So listen, if they're not there, we might get lend of them. We'll see.
Are you going down, Tracy?
I don't know. I will try. It's the 22nd.
The 22nd,
yeah.
That's Saturday week, is it?
Saturday week, yeah.
Yeah, well, Saturday's a good day for me, so I'll try. I'll do my best, so I will, guys. I'll do my best, so I will.
Yeah. It's a long
I'm not 100% sure if I'm able to make it. I will try.
I'll definitely be going down, but I think we probably have to go down the day before because I'd say the Gardaí and the trains will be all stopped. You know, the way they mess about with these sort of things when there's a protest. I remember the big one last year.
There was good protests going on. There was quite strong protests going on there in Rosslare last year.
That was for the nursing home. And if you remember rightly, RTE done an RTE investigates thing on it. You remember? And he had all the the women, they said, oh yeah, we were doing that protest, but then the far right came in and the far right ruined it, and the far, you know, bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? This is, yeah. But and look, again, 9 people came in through there 2 weeks ago in a container, and they're the ones that were caught. How do we know who's not getting caught? You know, we don't know how many. Yeah, but I saw a video here about 6 months ago as well, up in one of the estates in Blanchardstown. 7 of them getting out of the back of a lorry, and your man's calling them, hey, and he just ran away. So we don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Now, so somebody posted on the column show on Sunday night in the comments that there was a migrant camp between Clonsilla and Leixlip, about a half a mile up the canal. I walked a mile up that canal yesterday. I brought the drone and everything with me. I couldn't see anything. So if they are up there, please let me know again, or tell me exactly where they are, because I'll go up and do a video tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because people in the area know if these are in the area. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the cars are going to get robbed, the houses are going to get robbed, the kids are going to get robbed. You know, it just beggars belief how blind people are to this. Like, you know what I mean? Really is. Oh, right. I think we're finished with videos now. I think we're all our videos now. I have one from, you'll love this. I have one from Congress in the US. Okay, talking about LGBT. There was a bit of a row there today. Wait till you hear this one.
I don't really care. You want penises in women's bathrooms, and I'm not going to have it.
Okay.
No, thank you.
It's disgusting. The gentlelady has used a phrase that is considered a slur in the LGBTQ community and the transgender community. And let me please finish without interruption. And
I don't really care. You want penises in women's bathrooms, and I'm not going to have it.
Okay.
No, thank you.
It's
disgusting. Does this advance the interests of American citizens paying for in Guatemala to the tune of $2 million?
To me, a slur is a slur. And here in the committee, a level of decorum requires us to try consciously to avoid slurs. And so I would ask, as a parliamentary inquiry, whether the use of that phrase is not, in fact, a violation of the decorum rules.
Mr. Chairman, I'm not going to be counseled by a man over men in women's spaces or men who have mental health issues dressing as women. I'm not being counseled by some guy.
My inquiry is to the chairman.
She's brilliant, Nancy Mace.
Was she cursing away there? I kept hearing beeps, and I thought she cursing away there.
Yeah, she was, because about the trans, you know what I mean? About trannies, she kept saying trannies this, trannies that, trannies this, and he said that's a slur against the transgender. So what? They're mentally ill patients. That's what they are. I'm being honest with you. Like, how can you have men in women's sports? I was watching Donald Trump there yesterday, and Trump said that in the weightlifting division, of whatever it was they were doing, it could have been the Olympics, and the record was broken by over 200 pounds. 200 pounds, like that's 100 bleeding kilos, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's what it was broken by. Some woman had I think it was 200 pounds was the thing, and it went up to 400 pounds because this bloke done it, and that's the new record. Bullshit. You know, bullshit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I've seen something about Leah Thomas. There is a case being taken against probably against the council or the authority or something for all those girls that had to change. And you know, and it's, you know, imagine a swimming suit sticks to you. You know how it's hard to get your swimming suit off you and on you and this and you're in the room with a 6'2" man, who's, you know, like whose own appendage is barely covered by you've seen the pictures of him in the swimming suit, and sure, the tackle is there. It's plainly obvious, you know. And it's an insult. It's a crime against women. It's a crime against humanity. I am so glad that this is being called out now. It's about time. It's gone way past the time. But just, it's a case of realities being faced up to these crazy lefties, these crazy Democrats. Trump is doing it one step at a time. But yeah, I hope the girls win, because it's shocking. I would imagine that happening to my daughters. Oh, mother, stop.
Okay, I'm just going to talk about this here because I didn't want to talk about this, but Our foreigners 10 times worse after drinking. Sunday night after a few points outside the Clonsilla Inn, it's only around the corner from me. An Irish bloke in his 40s is on life support after being attacked by a 25-year-old Romanian man.
Oh my God,
Now,
I didn't hear about that.
No, I knew about it all right. I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't know whether it was a foreigner or not that did it. You know what I mean? But now it's after being verified. So, yeah, a Roma man knocked this man out on Sunday night. Yeah, we were actually doing the show when it happened. It happened at 11 o'clock or something on Sunday night, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's on life support, the poor chap, yeah. Now,
Oh
he's
my
probably a
God.
local here. I didn't hear who he was. I haven't got his name. But
Mm.
look at what happened through history. Afghanistan used to be Buddhist nation. Syria used to be a Christian nation. And so
Yeah,
did Lebanon until they put too many
yeah,
Muslims in, outnumbered them. Well, there you
yeah.
go. Like, Gaddafi had everything for them people. Them people had free insurance, free life insurance, or free medical insurance, the social welfare. They had everything. They had their own houses, and you got money for having more kids. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched a documentary there about Gaddafi, and he tried to open a river. It was called the River. He put this big pipe to go right across Africa, and it seems the day it opened up, it was bombed. And then Gaddafi was gone. Then he wanted his own currency and everything backed by gold. You know what I mean? And these bankers didn't want that. You know what I mean? They don't want that. They want to be able to control everything. This is why Russia is at war as well. You know what I mean? Because they don't want Putin. It seems there's no Rothschild bank in Russia. You know?
Okay.
I can see. Yeah. Who's that? Pat. Hi, Pat. I forgot, man. Yeah. But you can find image of men with breasts and beards in the back of the Freemason Bible. So who put men in dresses? Yeah. Listen, you can dress a man up as a woman all you want. He'll never be a woman. Ever be a woman. So this is what I do say to the kids. The kids will say to me, yeah, but Dad, what's wrong with them if they want to do that? I said, yeah, but if they want to do that, let them do that. But I don't have to believe that they're men or they're women. You know, don't try and make me believe it. I know you're a man. I know you're masquerading. You're a transvestite. That's what you are. You're not a transgender. You're a transvestite. You wear women's clothes. You know what I mean? So this is the problem here. They're pushing it into schools for kids, and they're doing all this shit for kids. And I'm getting called out for calling them out for me not believing that they're women. Like, you're not a woman. It's as simple as that. I had a big row. Listen, I'm going to show the video another night here. I had a big row last year with this guy got off a bus, beard, and he had a mini skirt on and a pair of stockings and suspenders, right? And a fur coat, right? And he gets off the bus right outside. Like, I was waiting on the bus, and I went in for a point. I had a few points at the behind pool. I came out for smoke, and this thing got off the bus, and he said, "How are you? Can I have a smoke?" I said, "Of course you can." You know, like, I gave him a smoke. You know what I mean? And he said, "How are you?" I said, "Mate, fuck off with you." I said, "I'm not giving you a smoke." I said, "You're pretending to be a woman and this, that, and the other." But and the woman that was with him said, "But he is a woman. He's a transgender woman." Oh, I said, "Fuck off." And then there was a big flame and row with me and the doorman over it. So what if he wants to be? I said, "Yeah, but I don't have to believe he's that, you know." And me and the doorman had a big row over it. Next thing he appeared with me coat and me bag and said, "Right, you have to go." I thought, right, I'll go. I'm not fucking putting up with this. But I recorded the whole conversation. Like, I had the phone on at my chest here, and I recorded everything. I saw the same fella was with Ruth Coppinger in the count centre in the local elections. So yeah, you know, crazy. What's Ken saying? Men not allowed into women's toilets. That's a big deal. It's a toilet, not a kitchen. Exactly. And I'm going to be honest with you. If somebody goes into a toilet where my child is, my daughter is, he'd be going into a handicap fucking toilet afterwards, because I leave him in an awful state. I'm being honest with you.
If my children want to go to the toilet at McDonald's, I'm like, here.
I have to go with them. Go with them.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't take that chance. We just cannot take that chance. We don't know. You know, it's just absolutely mad. It's just mad. We just want an end to the madness. We're not crazy. We're not crazy dissidents. You know, we've been criminalized for dissenting with these mad government policies, but we're actually being we've been criminalized. We're being told that, you know, it's like, it's just so, it's like Black Mirror, isn't it? It's like Black Mirror. It's like sometimes you feel like you're in the Twilight Zone. Really and truly, you know, it's just mind-boggling. But Yeah, so like if Trump hadn't got in, things would have just gone from bad to worse to worse. You
Yeah.
know, there's a
Exactly.
little bit of a
Yeah.
semblance of hope there, that we
Mm.
could get some reason back into the world, and let's just turn this topsy-turvy madness, turn it
Yeah.
back on its head, and, you know, relegate this craziness to the past, because, you know, I'm just so relieved. I the candle there lit to the Sacred Heart and everything. So I did on the 5th of November last year. I was on my knees in the hall, on my knees looking up at the Sacred Heart, praying, and just
Mm.
just
What do you
the
think?
thought of anything else, the thought of it being Kamala getting in was just
Oh
too much
Jesus,
for
no,
me to
no.
comprehend.
I knew he was getting in. You knew he was getting in,
Yeah.
especially after the assassination attempts and everything. I said it last year. The only way he won't get in is if he's shot. And lo and behold, they shot at him and they didn't get him. You know what I mean? So it looked a bit staged and all that, but I don't really care. He got in. You know what I mean? I'm just looking here. My God, bloke turned woman out. A bloke turned woman out with Ruth Coppinger. I wonder whose ours is for. Well, now I'll be honest with you. It seems Ruth Coppinger has 3 nephews that are transgenders. I actually have pictures. Three. There was 3. Now I don't know whether they're related, but somebody did tell me that she has 3 relations that are transgender, women or men, whatever. But I was in the count centre last year, right, and I had the camera and I had to take a picture because this guy was standing there. He was like Pippi Longstockings, right? I swear to God, he had stockings and suspenders, a little dress. He looked horrific. Like everyone was laughing at him, but weren't laughing. You know, they weren't laughing over near him. You know what I mean? But it was horrific to watch. You know, it really was. But she's another one. She's another dirt, that Ruth Coppinger, scumbag. I hate that woman altogether. She hates women. Where is she now talking about women dying and women getting killed and women getting attacked by foreign migrants? There's nothing coming from her. But if an Irishman does something, she's on the bleeding loudspeaker. What's it called? Femicide this and femicide that. She's a pain in the hole. And she's a lawyer. That's exactly what she is. Trump is part of the deep state, especially now his plans for Palestine. It was always on the cards. Listen, Trump's a real estate. You know what I mean? If Trump can get a Trump Tower in there, he'll do it. You know what I mean? Trump is not the savior, Tracy.
What were you going to ask there, Paul? What do we think about what?
Ross Lahoyve getting arrested. Did you see that?
Oh, yes, I saw it, yeah.
He was arrested yesterday.
Was it
Again?
yesterday?
Yeah, Micheál Martin was down in Cork. I'm going to see, can I pull it up here? Hang on.
Was that not? I thought that video was from a little while back.
Oh, I thought that was only yesterday.
No, I think that was just I think that might have been that might have happened in 22 or 23.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that might. But what it was showing was the 2-tier policing back then.
okay.
No, it was a while back because obviously it was quite sunny in that there. But it was just where Ross was so polite, and you know there was no shouting out of Ross. Ross was just reasonable. And you know he just wanted to speak to Micheál Martin and ask some questions. He was demonized by the police, because it's to do with the Garda that was involved didn't want that particular video because that woman that woman that was filming it, her phone was taken off her by the Garda, and she's only got the video. She only got the phone back there a while ago, so they didn't want that video getting out at all. So it was just showing a wrongful arrest. I think Ross is saying, should I be pressing charges against this Garda? But it was a slight historical there, but it just shows about no matter how reasonable you are, how measured and how calm, because he was very, very, very calm.
Yeah, no, I watched it yesterday. Someone's at the saying, is Ross not doing time? No, I think Ross is out on. He appealed that, didn't he? He had the 3 months. I think he appealed it. I think so.
Yeah, but I don't know if there is an appeal, but I don't think he hasn't been put inside, so automatically he's appealed it. I don't know the ins and outs of the case, but he's a lovely chap, so he is, and he was just being measured, calm, wanting to speak to wanted to speak to Micheál Martin, and just absolutely arrested for no reason whatsoever. No reason whatsoever. Abuse of power.
Someone's asking there, lads, what's going on with Andy Heisman? It's like he's disappeared off the face of the earth. It has, yeah. I haven't heard anything from him now, to be honest with you, in months. I know he was living down the country and with his girlfriend and the kid and the whole lot. So listen, if he's chilling, he's chilling. I'm sure he's building up for something, like, you know what I mean? Because they were doing great work going around the country, stopping the books and the whole lot, you know.
I just saw actually.
Sorry, Tracy. What?
No, it can be a lot of pressure. You know, sometimes you need to take a break from it. You know, they're grinding us down. They're working their hardest, and they have all the tools there. They have the media to grind you down.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was going to say I think he's in love. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe he is. Fair play to him. Yeah, everyone needs a bit of love. You know what I mean? But I'm going to just go with this. Sorry, Orla, do you want to say something? Sorry.
I was just going to say there was a comment coming in there about, I didn't hear about this incident now. But again, just to highlight the fact that, you know, I'm sick to death of, we'll say, when a woman is attacked or a child is attacked or whatever, and it is by a foreigner, there is no description given of the person. But yet, if that was an Irish person, down to the name of the dog would be named. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like how people can't see that that's going on in the media as well.
Yeah, somebody did put up there a minute ago. I seen that what you said, that they named a man who burnt the Quran in the UK, but they couldn't even identify, or they couldn't even give a description of the man who raped the woman and the foreigner who raped the woman in Glasgow. That's what they said there.
But they're not giving a description. They don't, when it's a foreign person, they generally don't. Or they'll say that the person is, we'll say if somebody attacked somebody from Meath, even though they're foreign, they'll say, oh, they're Meath, you know, they're from Meath. They're not from Meath, they're foreign.
Yeah, someone's asking, Ken is asking there about Graham Carey. What happened to his case? Well, Graham was silenced. Well, Graham was silenced. Let's be honest about it. Someone's at the putting up that Graham was ordered to behave. Yeah, I think there was stipulations put in Graham's bail and everything else that he wasn't allowed to go to a protest. He wasn't allowed to be on social media. He wasn't allowed.
He was very outspoken,
They really shook Graham up. You know what I mean? They did, and he's a nice guy. I like Graham. I good time for Graham. You know what I mean? They're trying to pick. Oh, hold on. What's this now? I like this one. What's he saying there? They are trying to pick every one of us off one by one with intimidation. The government and the media are complicit. They are. They're doing the same with me with this knife charge. The Mickey Mouse trumped up fucking charge. Like, you know what I mean? That they're dragging me through the courts. This is going on over a year now. You know what I mean? Oh, it's actually the anniversary. It's the anniversary yesterday. Yeah, the 5th of February. Yeah, a year. Yeah.
They just love to have it hanging over you. And, you know, we you know, the most of us, we're just normal people. We're not big, rich. We haven't got the money to be pursuing legal. You know, we probably have good. When we do have grounds for legal cases, it's all the money that we don't have. But yet these people, they've got so much money that they can abuse their power. We seen there, Fergus Power put up the video about Dave Mooney.
I have it there. I'm going to play it now.
That's shocking.
Yeah, and mentioning Ferg's name and everything.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
And Derek Mousey and Derek Mousey Wright as well.
I tell you, I'm gonna play that and we'll come back, right? And then we finish up. All right. Yeah, where are we? Boom, boom, boom. Is that it?
Yeah, they know them all. Yeah, it's you see they're staying on top of it now. They get a few of them tickets up in Crooksling for where they were parked. But it's Mousey Wright, our friend Fergus Power. Then there's another 2 or 3 Muppets, you know. But don't worry, it'll end very lively now. These guys. The guards are going to make a big push on these now in the next couple of weeks, so they'll be stamping it out.
You have. That list is wrong. According to my figures, right, and Evan Seary in the department, 10, 20, there's 41 beds gone since last Wednesday around there 5 sites that were not added onto that list. So I need you to tell me at each site how many beds you have. Darren told me at Dalkane the other day he was full, and now there's 8. Did 8 people leave? Did the blue car? Guys, would you please contact all sites to read the messages, please? Because it looks like one site hasn't read.
Thank you. Appreciate that. What are you winking at me about? What are you winking at me for? I've already spoke to you, man. Alright? Yeah. I've already spoke to you. You're not now, so he's using now. You're not harassing young workers today, no? I'm relaxed. Now, Frank, you like that, are you? Good man. Have I come to you on your ear? Ah, great. Yeah. Right in your hut. Irish lawyers matter.
This are we back in there? Yeah, we are. Just let me fix this there. That is crazy. Now, that is crazy. According to Dave Mooney, they're going to be doing everyone now in the next few weeks. Ferg, Mousy, and whoever else is going to be doing in the next few weeks. Come on. It's gone ridiculous. Like, it really has. You know what I mean? And why would the guards walking through that iPass centre? Are they the new security in the iPass centre there? You know, it beggars belief here what the guards are doing as well. Like, the guards are sitting outside these places, and you ring a guard and something happens to you, you're waiting hours. They tell you that they haven't got a car in the area, yet those cars can go to them places every day. You know what I mean? 2 and 3 times a day. You know what I mean? Stephen, I think it was Stephen Kerr highlighted last year in Mayo that there was a Garda car sitting outside this place in one of the industrial estates.
And Brafey has. I heard this evening now. There's an awful lot of things going on. You know the Carnbeg Hotel in Dundalk. There's about 400, and that's just Georgian men alone. I heard there's about 1,000, but I know that there's definitely 400 Georgian men, and apparently there's all kinds of ructions going on there. It's all getting covered up. It's all been swept up on the carpet, kept on the OQT, and you know this is it. The complacency is
now
crazy.
Somebody was telling us about that there's leprosy up there in that place up in Dundalk. Is there? Is that true? That's somebody had leprosy or something?
Well, I don't know. There was a man. I don't know if it's in Dundalk, but I know that I read reports that there was a man has come to Ireland from the Caribbean who has got leprosy. It's a highly contagious disease, but that is 100. Have you not seen that report or anywhere? I don't know.
No, I've heard about it. Maybe that's where I heard it. You know what I mean? But yeah, but we don't know what's coming in. Like TB is rampant again here in this country. TB was eradicated in this country.
Yeah.
And people don't realise it. 800,000 people a year die of TB. That's more people than died of COVID. Why isn't that a pandemic? You know what I mean? This is the thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It just beggars belief now, I have to say. What's this? Is flag waving, banner holding, slogan, shouting better than the old way of doing things? Well, the old way of doing things gets you arrested, mate. So, listen, we have to wave the flags and do the banners. You know what I mean? We try and do it political. We've tried to do it that way. So, I'm not saying nothing else is going to happen, but listen, this is the way we're going with it. This is what we have to do at the moment. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I'm not ruling that out. You know, I'm not ruling that.
There should be no Georgians in this country under IPAS. The president of Georgia has come out and said that his country is ranked safer than Dublin, and nobody should be looking for asylum from his country. So why is there Georgians here under IPAS, which is your international protection?
I'm now hearing that digital euro will be starting next month. Centralised control over everybody's money. Here we go. Here we come. Well said, Paul. Thank you very much. All white Christians, background Catholic, Protestant. Unless we join together, we are finished. Yeah, we'll see. Right, ladies, I think we'll wrap that up there now for this evening. Fair play to you for coming on. Thank you, Tracy, for coming on. I'll drop you down and I'll just stay down there anyway for a minute. I'll bring you back up and talk when we're not live. So, Tracy, O'Hanlon, thank you very much. You were brilliant tonight in Dundalk, and as ever, you're always brilliant. Thank you very much, Tracy.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Cheers, hon.
Thanks, Tracy.
Orla, I will talk to you in the next few minutes. I'm just going to do my little bit here now, and then we will. I'll talk to you. So yes, I have to do my little bit here now. Get my little line ready, and so we may as well do the line now as well. You know what I mean? And we'll make it bigger. Here we are. Where are you? Boom. Okay, people, thank you very much. It was a good show again tonight. We got a few on. We had Tracy on. We also Orla. And we got through a lot of stuff here this evening as well. And I'll see us all on Sunday night on the Irish column. So, like I say every night, every Sunday night, truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night.